It's the last comic pod of the year. Bygone says, "Hiya," and Tangent's on fire, and Dot's making brews. Gull and Matt, welcome all to the show. Hello! Been working on that since last Christmas. Welcome to the Champ We Are United podcast, everybody. I hope you had a good Christmas. This is episode number, actually, I'm going to do it in the style of a darts commentator, 121.
Whoa.
Yes. And who have we got in the studio? Not in the studio this time. Well, let's say hello, first of all, to Mute Button Matt.
Hello, Go. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's had a fantastic Christmas. Is looking forward to the new year. Hope you finished off your quality street. Hope you finished with mince pies. Yeah, it's good to be on. Cheers, Go.
You had a good Christmas?
Very good, thank you. Very good. Yeah. I've got a couple of presents, socks and pants, standard.
Feel free to ask me about mine.
Okay. Go. How was? Hold on a second. I can't read this. How was your Christmas, Go?
Well, actually, you won't believe this. I've actually been in America researching about cryogenically freezing my body. And I saw a consultant there. And when he told me about everything and the cost, I realised, oh, bloody hell, I couldn't afford it at all. And when I told him, he just gave me the cold shoulder.
Oh.
Dear.
I've been
So
working
when did you
on
get
that.
when did you get back, Go?
Hey?
When did you get back?
I never get back. I'm always out there in the ether, can't you tell? So, yes, next up, let's say hello to, do you know what? He's only, well, I'll let him tell you where he is. It's only, you won't believe it. Oh, my God. It's Golden Ian.
G'day, guys. How you going? Yeah, I'm down here in Australia, in Melbourne. No, I have to go back to this now because I've been watching the Ashes, and I'm not on that side. But it's good to see an England win in the cricket down under after just 2 days. And I'm here in sunny Melbourne for another few days. Great to be at the show.
And aren't you called, the time traveller by certain
Yes.
areas? What day is it?
It's Monday, of course. It's Monday morning.
Oh, there you go. He's
Where we're
officially a
recording the
time
show.
traveller. He's
Yeah.
officially a time traveller. It's Sunday for the rest of us. You're a weirdo.
It's great to see you.
Thank you.
Good Christmas. Good Christmas.
Really good Christmas, thank you. Melbourne's just an amazing city, and it just felt totally non-pressured. You wouldn't believe it was Christmas unless you went to Federation Square where they got the massive Christmas tree up. Other than that, they don't really have too many decorations. And yeah, nice meal in a pub. And we went to the beach on Christmas Day morning and had ice cream.
Oh, piss off.
Go.
If you're watching on YouTube, his webcam looks like the opening of Home and Away. But yeah, that's not funny at all. But I just thought I'd mention it. Okay, let's move on because we're already 25 minutes into the podcast. Let's say hello to the man they call the tangential one, usually by himself. It's Paul Tangent Richardson.
Thank you so much, Podfather. Yes, I'm happy to be known as the tangential one, and I will keep spinning that yarn for as long as we're on the air in Podland.
Tangent?
Yes, Podfather.
On the top of your shelves, is that 2 World Cups?
It certainly is. Yes,
You
indeed.
selfish bastard. Sorry, swear jar. Sorry.
Yes,
I've
I
had
should think
too
so.
much to drink over Christmas. Good Christmas.
Very good, thank you. Very good. Lots of turkey, lots of pork, lots of trimmings, lots of chocolates. Didn't get any presents, but everything else went brilliantly.
Oh, I've got a tear in my eye now.
I hope it's not frozen like your shoulder.
Oh, very good. Hey, thanks for extending a crap joke.
That's me all over, Podfather. You know that.
Who else is there left to introduce? Oh, only me. Hello, Podfather, Gull, Silly Sod, and podcast impressionist. Oh, there is.
Bygone's waving here.
What?
Hiya.
Hiya.
I'm Bygone Berrigan. Welcome to the show, Neil. Thanks for having me. I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to tonight's show. Thanks, Gul, for introducing me.
I was setting myself up for a joke now that involved Christmas and Bygone Berrigan, and now I've got to wait until next Christmas to do it because you've ruined it. Anyway, let's say hello to Neil Bygone Berrigan. Hiya.
Hiya. You all right, everyone? Again, looking forward to tonight's show. So I've done. Peaked a minute ago.
Good.
What did you say?
I said, yeah. Did you have a good Christmas?
Yes, I did. Thank you. We've had a lovely Christmas, and I'm looking forward to the New Year celebrations. And that's it. Yeah.
Another box of chocolates.
Another box of chocolates.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Brilliant.
Delightful mixture of biscuits.
Yeah. Before we started recording, he was scoffing his face full of a massive load of biscuits. But anyway, there's only one more person to introduce, and that's Dot. Hello, Dot. Oh, sorry, Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, thanks, Dot. Right then, let's move on to the first section of the. Hey, what's that? Hello? Oh, this is new. We haven't had a gas for a while. Hang on. Here we go. What? Hang on. Look, you're handing me a note. What? I'll just read it out. Don't introduce me. Let me just say hello. All right. Then. Go on then.
Charlie says,
Right. It's only bloody Charlie from the public health adverts from the 1970s. Oh, Charlie, thanks very much for that intro.
So what's he doing there? Have you got massive pylons near you? Go.
Yeah.
massive what?
Is that? I was going to say, is that what they call them these days?
Those cliffs, those big cliffs, aren't they? Cliffs, but in Torquay cliffs. Yeah, stay away from the edge of the cliffs.
What was the boy called though?
Charlie,
the one that goes. The one that goes. Charlie said, "Always listen to the podcast."
I don't think they ever named him, did they?
No. Anyway, shut up.
I don't think so.
No. So, time for social media feedback. Thanks a lot there, Charlie. You can go now. Mute button that.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, right. So moving on to the social media feedback. Obviously, the last show was a fantastic Christmas special with the one and only Barry Tomlinson, which was brilliant. Really enjoyed that one. So the feedback will start on YouTube this time, and to carry on with the Australian theme, we have Aussie Lee, our friend down under. It's a shame actually you couldn't meet up with him, but it's a big country, isn't it, Ian?
Christmas from a land down under.
Yep. He says, watching this episode on a warm Christmas morning in Australia, the Boxing Day test tomorrow. Sorry the Ashes aren't going so well for England this tour. Yeah, thanks for that. And it's bringing back great memories of getting annuals under the tree. Roy and Tiger especially, real Yuletide favourites every year. Many thanks for making special childhood memories like these, Barry, and for being so active across social media for another year. Who could have imagined the internet will one day connect us with the editor of these annuals so many years later? Merry Christmas to the team too. Thanks for another year of entertaining episodes and lots of laughs, except for what we've just listened to for previous 15 minutes. Looking forward.
Was it only 15 minutes?
I quit.
Looking forward to seeing what you bring us in 2026. More beards, maybe. More beards. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. Although I haven't had a shave for a few days. So thanks a lot, Lee. Appreciate your support as ever. Great stuff. The Melfster himself.
Oh,
Do we have a theme tune?
we do. Ready?
From Charlie?
No, from Slade actually.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Melvin's musings, everyone.
That's shaky.
That's shaky. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
shaky.
Hang on, let's
It's
just.
carry on. It's carry on the Welsh Australian theme.
I
Yes.
think he got away with that, actually. I think that was all right.
Shaky. I'm on shaky ground now, aren't I?
Oh God, let's keep going. Right, so the Melster himself, he says, the wise men of Champ Towers serve up a festive comic feast with Santa Barry. Pre-match, Bygone Berrigan, the Scrooge McDuck of the pod. Oh no, he isn't. Oh yes, he is. Said he thought we were in for a Christmas cracker, and that's exactly what the Champ Towers faithful were served up. Sporting a very full Santa Claus beard, special guest Barry Tomlinson made a joyful and triumphant return for the second Christmas special episode in a row. The legendary comic book hero had us all walking in a Tiger and Roy the Rover's winter wonderland quicker than the pod's Welsh wizard, Golden Ian, could say, Clan Clare for Floff, Bling Cloth, Gloff, Gruff Blood, Gok, Gok, Gok. So apologies, Ian. You could probably say it a lot better than me. Which won't be easy for me but a Matt to say. Go on, Ian, you tell me how it said.
Oh, you were trying to say Clan Viper Chwyn Drop or Clan Tacilio Go Go Goch?
No, he wasn't.
No, I was trying to say Clan
He's trying to say Swansea.
Thanks, Ian. Cheers. Mute Button Matt, the tangential one, Bygone Berrigan, and Golden Ian adopted a Christmas tree formation to unwrap the Yuletide edition of Tiger from 1981 and also the very first Crimbo issue of Roy the Rovers from 1976. With Big Daddy wrestling with a giant Christmas cracker on the front cover of the 1981 seasonal edition of Tiger, Santa Barry revealed that during one promotional photo session for a relaunch of Eagle, the popular heavyweight real name Shirley Crabtree left a sizable dent on the bonnet of the marvellous Martin-style Mini they had hired for the day.
That's
Meanwhile,
easy
Eric Morecambe... Yeah, I know, none of this is easy for me to say. It's the Welsh that's put me off now. I'm struggling with English. I normally do. Meanwhile, Eric Morecambe, dressed as Santa, adorned the cover of the first Christmas edition of Roy the Rovers back in '76. And indeed, the vice president of Luton Town featured heavily inside too. A fun-packed Morecambe race show colour photo feature filled the centre's pages, which controversially perhaps saw Eric smoking a cigar. Eric also penned the Christmas Time article explaining, amongst other things, why he never became a schoolboy international. In short, because he never went to school. The snow-topped mastheads of each title and comic book characters, even those dicing with death, who broke the fourth wall to wish readers a Merry Christmas, really brought the ghosts of Christmas past flooding happily back. In my humble opinion, Mr. Tomlinson should be knighted for his services to British comics. The impacts of his editorial work has shaped and influenced generations of readers. Certainly this muser can't thank him enough. Arise, Sir Barry Tomlinson. You slayed it, lads. And breaking news, there are unconfirmed rumours that a Welsh-speaking version of the pod is in the offing. Watch this space, Welsh musers. I think after my previous attempts, I think it would just be an Ian Golden solo show.
Well, can I just say, actually, I was wondering because I only read the feedback today, and I was chuckling to myself, and I thought you are going to swerve that. You are not even going to try. So I've got to give you 10 out of 10 for the attempt and your pronunciation. The only problem was Ian has made his guest appearance from down under and blown down water with his, but that's brilliant.
If I had known that Ian was going to turn up, I wouldn't have spent 3 hours practicing in front of a mirror.
Do you know what? You mentioned Slade just there in Melvin's musings. Just going back slightly, you know the reason why I didn't realise that I was going to be singing Melvin's musings to Shakin' Stevens was because I didn't realise he was here. He was stuck behind the green door.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, God. Anyway.
It's like I set myself up for that.
It's almost, yeah. Well done.
I didn't.
It's almost like the start of this pod has been scripted.
Sorry?
It's too late to apologise.
Yeah.
Anyway. Right, the next bit of feedback, it's at the end of the show yet, is from the House of Lord. Do we have a Christmas version of the House of Lord's theme tune, please? Lolly holder.
Everybody in the Christmas Lord. Everybody in the Christmas Lord. One Christmas and one Lord. Everybody. I wasn't ready for that one.
I can't believe. I'm disappointed. You can't believe this old House of Lord. This old House of Lord.
Oh, very good.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm impressed with that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now. I can't get any better.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Didn't Cliff Richard do the Lord's Prayer? Didn't that get to number one? Was that a Christmas song?
Yes, yeah, it is. The Millennium Prayer, we called it, yeah.
The Millennium Prayer, sorry.
Yeah.
What's that got to do? Oh, yeah, the Lord. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
Jesus.
Do you know what? Is this a football comic podcast or what?
Top at Pops.
I don't know what we're doing. Is it Monday?
No.
Is it Tuesday?
Exactly.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
with our residential time traveller, God knows what's going on.
Back to Adrian. Yeah. Adrian says, 2 podcasts listened to back to back. It was like football in the 1980s at Christmas. Enjoyed both episodes, team. I loved the coverage of the Christmas issues. They had some fabulous front covers. They certainly did. In episode 119, I was gutted that Neil said winter special quiz, but then didn't ask any questions from it. Curse you, Neil Berrigan.
Yes.
You should do a quiz, Neil and Matt versus Paul and Goal. Or
That's not
Paul
fair.
Goal and Ian. Yeah, I know. And then Neil Berrigan, apparently this Neil Berrigan says, next pod, I promise.
Well, I broke my promise.
Oh.
Anyway,
Christmas pod.
the next Christmas pod. So thanks a lot, Adrian.
The Master
Cheers.
Champ Challenge, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. And now
but
we
the
have.
sad thing about that is I made you look good. Sorry, Mick.
No, that's all right. That's all right. George Prince. Do we have a Christmas theme tune for George Prince?
Oh, you're working me to the grindstone tonight, aren't you? Here we go. We don't, but I'll try and make it up as I go along.
Oh, come on.
Prince Yuletide, Prince Yuletide. His feedback is coming out at Christmas.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
honest, I really thought you were going to go with the classic purple.
The classic
Purple
what?
Don't worry. Purple snow.
The Purple Snowflakes is a Marvin Gaye Christmas song. Yeah,
No, I was dreaming when I wrote this. Your tangent joke wasn't good. Sorry. Carry on.
Can I just say for listeners, we will get onto comics eventually. It might take a while. George Prince says, great Christmas episode. Always great to hear Barry sharing his memories. One thing, though, I don't remember as a kid referring to it as soccer. Always football. After going back to reading football comics from those days, it always grates on me. Always wondered why they called it soccer. It's not like the Americans were reading Word Rovers. So that's one. But it's actually interesting if you look back in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
British publications before football was ever popular in the US were calling it soccer because of association football. It's an abbreviation of it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. The name was coined way back in the 1800s when you either played soccer or rugby in the schools.
Yeah. So it's but what I will agree with you, George, is that I've never heard any of my friends ever call it soccer when I was growing up, or your mates, so you might see it written down. I've never nobody's ever referred to it as soccer.
I don't even have any friends.
I can't think why. Charlie, maybe Charlie's your mate now. You'd have a good conversation with him, wouldn't you? Anyway, John Evans. Nice, we're nearly at the end of this. John, hi, John.
Hang on. Oh, Evans is a place at Christmas.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of heaven, Evans. Anyway, John says all caught up whilst lying by the pool, and I have to say they were fantastic episodes. I declined the advice to listen on speaker and let my wife join in for the fear of violence. Because remember, I said because obviously we know his wife is a big fan of the show. Of course, it's geeky nerds. And that's the things we can say live on the podcast.
In all fairness, she's got our number.
She has.
Friend of the show. Not friend of the show.
Not friend of the show. Enemy of the show.
Enemy of the show.
So he declined the advice to listen on speaker to let her join in for fear of violence, but did try to engage her on a Spanish theme of Paco Diaz and Real Gran Parla. Her words cannot be repeated here amongst good people like yourselves. Thank you for making the #1 football comment podcast, and long may it continue. Yeah, so thanks, John, and thanks, Mrs. Evans, as well.
Thanks.
And on a side note, though, he does say, because I think we were mentioning pipes in the last show with Barry, weren't we? That people with, you don't see many people with pipes anymore. Well, John says, on a side note, we still have plenty of people smoking pipes in Stoke-on-Trent. Unfortunately, these are crack pipes.
Oh dear.
And there you go. So you can smoke a crack pipe, but you need to be able to do it on a cold Tuesday night in Stoke, don't you? That's you show your metal.
That was John, wasn't it? John Evans.
John Evans, yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, John, you're my heroine.
God.
So they don't have any good pipes in Stoke. It's only crack pipes.
Oh, very good.
Can I just say now, I know it's taken up a lot of time. I do apologise to the team and the listeners for how long this has taken. Look, I've missed you guys, and I've been getting overexcited. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, but you're just filling up more time by saying that. But thanks, though. That's it. That's the social media feedback. Back to you,
good.
Podfather.
Oh, it's me, isn't it? I can't do that every single time. I always forget, genuinely. Brilliant.
That's what made it obvious.
He's behind you.
Oh, no, he's not. So, yeah, thank you very much, Mute Button Matt. Brilliant stuff as always. And thank you to everyone that sends us feedback. It's very much appreciated. Right. Let's get on to the stuff we're all here for. Well, I'm here for comments. It's time for, are we ready? Paul, Tangent Richardson, with chapter 13.
Cheers, Podfather. Well, yes, here we are.
I was giving it a bit of incidental, I was trying to make it exciting.
You certainly did. You had me on tenterhooks anyway. So, wow, we're here. Yes, issue 13 of Champ Spike, dated 19th of May 1984. Last week's edition, if you remember, United had secured a great victory against already promoted top of the table Shefton to stay in the promotion race with one game to go. Needing a victory, but more importantly, needing Chelbridge to slip up. So here we are. I'm not sure, though, about you. I'm very nervous because edition 13 with United needing a victory and some luck. But we shall see how we get on. On the cover, we see in big blue writing, "Will United go up?" I turn to the page, and on the top of the page, we see the We Are United heading. And join us at the kickoff for our last match of the season and our last slim chance of promotion to Division 1. Across the top of the page is the text for the new United supporters, informing them of the story so far. And of course, this week's opposition, Cardiff City, and the vital league table, which I'm just going to go over once more. So, of course, the top two teams are away. They're already promoted. Shefton with 90 points, Barton on 89. But the most important part, Chelbridge in third place on 86 points, and United in fourth on 85 points, just 1 point behind Chelbridge. Portland and Newsham are also shown in 5th and 6th, but they're out of it. They can't get promoted on 78 and 76 points. So for the text for this week, indeed it is, and it is squeaking, trust me, but I shall try and not have that sound effect for you. So moving on to the text on Cardiff City, we are told victory today.
I'm an away fan here today, and it's Cardiff City. Cardiff City FC. We're the greatest team in football the world has ever seen. Back to United.
Where's my mute button?
Well, wow. That's got you the sack.
Well, there, right there. Controversy already as we read. Yes. Today isn't just vital, it's much more important than that. Our dreams of returning to the First Division rest on a good win against Cardier tonight, in the hope that Chelbridge slip up against Sittingford tomorrow. Danger men for Cardier are left winger Leighton Thomas, scorer of 17 goals this season, and midfield ace Mickey Phillips, the creator of most of Thomas's goals. It's up to Fred Rimmy to close down Phillips, giving him no room to get his educated left foot working. So we've got the build up of today's opposition, and of course I'm a bit shocked, but one member in the pod is definitely supporting Cardier in this match. To the story, we see Benny Granger, Fred Rimmy and Duncan Frazier and Alex Hedgehog Jones outside the ground where there is a TV van parked. Benny remarking that United are on TV tonight. Rimmy, oh my, if only I'd known, I'd have gone to the hairdressers and got my hair done like Hedgehog. Hedgehog responding very away, egged on by Hedgehog. Oh, he's got some contagious disease. Who is it? Oh, it's Brian Stokes. Hedgehog piping in. Yeah, it's horrible. Stokes admitting he's growing a beard. Makes me look a bit, and this is interesting, makes me look a bit like Arsenal's Kenny Sanson, I reckon. So interesting there, a nod to real football at the time. But obviously quite a relaxed dressing room considering what's at stake. Joe Pearson now is telling the players there's a big crowd tonight and they'll all be willing us to win. I can think of one person that apparently isn't on our side. But anyway, Tug Wilson being his usual pessimistic self. Oh, won't make any difference. Chelbridge will win against Sittingford tomorrow anyway. Remember, last week we were informed that Sittingford are already relegated. That's why Chelbridge are expected to get the result. New signing Charlie Ironbar. Rubbish, Tug. Nothing's ever certain in football. When we win tonight, all the pressure will be on Chelbridge. If they lose or draw, we go up. Besides, I didn't leave Derby Rangers to come here and play another season in the second division. I want back in the first with United. Fred Rimmy telling his teammates to listen to Charlie as he makes sense. In the dressing room, Terry Evans orders the young John Regan, who's just broken into the team, if you remember, to move as he always sits in the corner. Pearson telling Terry to get changed as he is late. Willie Barnes is asking if Josh Cupperty is keyed up. A simple response from the cool Josh Cupperty. Yeah, sure, why not? Willie turns to Benny Granger. I've never known anyone as cool as Josh, Benny. He never gets excited about anything. The team enter the field at the Mill to a deafening noise. And I tell you, I'm sorry, Ian, but you can't hear the Cardier fans. All you can hear is chants of United, United, as the team trots out. And as you can see on that panel as well, we get the team lineup for this vital match. Charlie Ironbar, Brian Stokes, Benny Granger, John Regan, Tug Wilson, Alex Hedgehog Jones, Fred Rimmy, Big Duncan Frazier, the midfield three, and the forward lineup, the Welsh wizard Terry Evans, Willie Barnes, and Josh Cupperty. The sub on the bench, Tim Stevens. So as we run out as well, Brian Stokes looks to Josh because Pearson has mentioned this. The team's off to France. You looking forward to going to France, Josh? Against this guy is so relaxed. And been there, Brian. I ain't going back. And there you go. More travel advice from Josh T to come, I believe. Brian looks on a bit puzzled. He's thought bubble, but the boss has got you on in the travelling party. The noise at the Mill is building to a crescendo. 90 minutes. United. Must win. The game is underway. Cardier are on the attack early in the match. Oh, what a tackle by Big Duncan Fraser from Jones. He's moving through the midfield. Oh, a disgraceful challenge from the Cardier midfield. He's taken Hedgehog Jones. He's hacked him down from behind. Oh, no. Jones has retaliated. What have you done, Alex? Oh, Alex has swung his leg out and the Cardier player has fallen to the ground. The referee's on the scene straight away. He's put in his hat. It's a yellow card for Hedgehog. Well, Hedgehog is mouthing off. What about the big animal? He chopped me down. It's always the same. The kickers get away with murder. Oh, Fred Rimmy's there. He's pulling Hedgehog away, trying to calm him down. The referee's not impressed. And I'm lip reading here, but he's telling Jones that he is lucky to still be on the pitch. Oh, Alex, crikey, calm down, lad. We can't afford to go down to 10 men here. Well, the free kick, though, has been given and the match moves on. I've got to say, it's quite an open game. And I'm really shocked here. Manager Joe Pearson is looking so relaxed in the dugout. On the bench, he's actually got his arms behind his head, whilst Coach Andy Bates, he's cheering, come on, use the wings, get some width, bring Terry and Josh into the game. Pearson, remarkably calm. Relax, Andy. We're getting on top. It's only a matter of time now before we grab the first goal. But Cardier are on a quick break. Mickey Phillips putting their forward through on Iron Bar. Bar is off his line like a flash of lightning. He's diving. Oh, what a save. Diving at the feet of the Cardier forward. Quality keeping there. Snuffed out. That move was a great move from Cardier, but Charlie Ironburn snuffed it out straight away. Barr's not happy with his defenders. Tug, Brian, I want it tighter, okay? Pick up the forwards as they come through. I shouldn't have to do the sweeper's job as well. Well, there's just a few minutes to go before half time now. Benny Granger's on the ball. This defender, he's looking more cultured every match. Evans is screaming for the ball, but Granger has played a slide rule pass through to Josh T, who's looking up. He's past the defender. He's looking up, and he can see big Duncan Fraser is on the charge into the middle. A lovely floated cross. Fraser on the volley. Yes, 1-0 United. Right on the stroke of half time. Go on, Big Dunk. I must apologise to all the podcast listeners, but yes, I am not impartial on this game.
I thought Charlie just
Fantastic
walked
goal. Fantastic goal from Big Duncan Fraser there. And that's basically on the half-time whistle. The players come off once more. Evans, this Terry Evans, he's been brilliant. But I tell you what, he's having a go again at Granger for not passing to him. Granger, though, saying that the whole Cardier team could hear him shouting for it and that T was in acres of space. Pearson quickly intervenes. What's all the arguing about, you two? We scored from the move, didn't we? A cracking goal it was to Dunk. I love this from Terry Evans, though. He just can't resist it. Go on, boss. That shot could have gone anywhere. Oh, he's such an encouraging character to his teammates, his old big head. Now, Joe Pearson, he sat next to Josh T. And he said, Brian just told me you're not coming to France, Josh. You're joking, surely. T, I'm not the jokey sort, boss. Pearson's response, neither am I, Josh. And I'm saying you're going to France. You got anything else to say? Again, Josh T's just sat there. So, I guess not, boss. That's his simple response, not a flicker from Josh. Hard management from Pearson, just tell it, but T's just such a cool character. Pearson now is telling his charges, I want more goals this half, lads, but I also want you to enjoy the game. Give the fans something to shout about. Iron Bar piping up. I don't want to throw everything forward, though, because I want a clean sheet tonight. Before the second half starts, we are reminded that, as usual, Joe Pearson had a young United supporter at the mill, and he's there walking to the dugout before the second half. And the young United fan, could I get the players' autographs after the game, Mr. Pearson? No problem, Billy. Remember to cheer on United now. See you later. Just one panel for this fan, Billy. That's one for the Podfather there. Just the one panel for this fantastic supporter. We've got his letter in, obviously. So we're into the second half and United are on the attack. Big Duncan Fraser, he's controlling the midfield. The challenges, they're just the Cardier players. They're just bouncing off him as he moves through the midfield. Once again, the ball's out to Josh T. Josh T gliding down the wing. He sent us into the penalty area. Evan, oh my God, I don't believe it. He's missed it. Fraser, sliding in at the back post. It's there. It's 2-0. The big Scot didn't stop to admire his great work in midfield. He's carried on his run for a vital second goal for United. Half celebrating Fred Rimmy with a big smile, suggesting that after those two goals they need to call Big Dunk Dalglish, whilst Hedgehog is laughing. Tell you one thing, Big Ed Terry Evans isn't going to be too pleased at missing that chance. Unbelievably, though, the action and the comic switches, and we're now at Duncan Fraser's younger brother's Jimmy's lodgings. Jimmy's watching the match, but there are policemen at the door, and they are asking Jimmy, they need him to come down to the station. We've had a complaint about you damaging property at Ashley Rovers. This is a fantastic response from young Jimmy. Oh, come on. All I did was chuck a chair through a window. You're not going to arrest me for that, surely. I mean, I'm with young Jimmy. I mean, it's hardly an act of, I can't believe that the police are involved in such thing, picking up a chair and throwing it through a window. But according to the police, it's a little bit more serious than that. Our information, you started a fire in the shed causing extensive damage. So if you'd like to come along with us, we'll sort it out at the station. Jimmy says okay and says he needs to go and get his jacket. But we see him climb out. This is very, I don't recognize it's very sort of American, but there's a fire escape outside and he's out the window and he's on the fire escape. And we've in his thought bubble, we see him saying, they're not putting me in the nick for something I didn't do, but they're making me miss the blooming match in the background.
It almost sounds like something which Bygone Berrigan would do, like a granddad.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You're not putting me in the nick.
Reminds me of my
Tangent.
Yeah.
Just a second. Take a breath for a second, because I've got to say, I'd like to thank you for bringing Norman Wisdom into the podcast with your sort of.
I've gone up to the levels of dog whistles, have I?
Hey, well, even dogs are running away now.
Back to the action. We've got the match commentary in the background, and once again it's telling us that he's running down the street hoping to get to his brother. Surely Duncan will help him out because he's his brother. Back at the mill, Brian Stokes is on the ball. Oh, it's a bad pass. He's made a mess of the pass out of defence, and the Cardier number 9 is through on goal. I can't believe it. Oh, hold on, it's that moment where we break in the comic. Oh dear, Cardier through on goal here. At the foot of the page, has Stokesy let Cardier back into the game? Can United stay on target for promotion? Turn to page 24, where the red hot football action begins. Well, I tell you, my fingers can't move fast enough at the moment. I'm turning these pages as fast as I can. And here we are. Oh, what a save from Charlie Ironbar. I've got to say, it's a fantastic save low down. I've got to give credit to the Cardier forward, though. He's hit that really well. It's really close. Placed down low to Charlie's left, but the big man's got down and he's palmed it out for a corner kick. What a save! What a signing old Charlie Ironbar is proving to be from the pages of Spike. Now, though, we're cooking up this action. We're moving to it's like a Quentin Tarantino movie, this comic. Now we're in someone else's house. We're watching the game. It's local councillor Mr. Slattery. He has 2 visitors, Colonel Warhart. What a name for a colonel that is. Warhart. And Mrs. Tardale. They are not happy about Charlie Ironbar's new scrap metal business. The councillor says that Charlie has applied for planning permission. If they wish to object, they can do so at next week's council meeting, both informing him that they object strongly and they will be attending. Bar must be stopped. Well, some stuff for Charlie Ironbar to deal with off the field. But at the moment, I don't know about you, we need to know what's going on. United doing very well. We're back at the match now, and United are on top. And it's attack on attack on attack again here. And now it's Brian Stokes. And this time he's got his pass right. It's out to Terry Evans. Oh, the Welsh Wizard. Oh, he's on an amazing run. He's beaten one Cardier defender. He's beaten another. Is he down? Is he still go? Evans, what a goal. What a finish. The Welsh Wizard is on fire. He guides past 2 Cardier defenders and hammers home 3-0 to United. Surely these points are in the bag and it's all going to be about that vital result tomorrow. United take control of this match, and shortly afterwards the final whistle goes. There's no more goals. Yes, to sounds of cacophony of noise from the United fans. Walk on is the shout, and cheers of champions are greeted as the players out on the pitch, they're soaking up this atmosphere. But as they leave the field, once more Tug Wilson brings everyone down. Great display. Pity it didn't win us promotion. Pearson in the dressing room trying to pick up the players. Come on, lads, get your heads up. You did all I asked. I'm proud of you. Wilson still doom and gloom, but we don't go up, boss. We're stuck in Division 2 for another year. Rimmy, though, Fred Rimmy, the captain, he's got his fish clinched. Yeah, maybe, Tug, but we're searched for promotion next year. Nothing can stop us. And now we move on, and we've got Benny Granger. He's in the physio room, and we're informed that he needs stitches, whilst Larry Watson, the injured defender, looking on, confirms that he will be going to France. Apparently, the doc reckons the sunshine will do his leg the world of good. Reserve keeper John Clement Clements says he can restart training next week. Pearson confirms with Andy Bates that he will be going to France also. An hour later in the boardroom, oh, crikey, I don't look forward to these moments when Joe Pearson's in front of this board. They haven't been too supportive in my mind, but anyway, that's a personal opinion. So there's Pearson now. He's in front of the United board and the chairman. Well, Joe, it doesn't look too promising, does it? We employed you to get us promotion. And to be honest, I don't think we're going to get it. Pearson interjecting, nothing's ever certain in football, sir, but if you don't think I'm up to the United job, just say so. The chairman.
Sorry, tangent. I think the United chairman's been to Stoke because he's got some sort of crack pipe.
Yeah.
He's been to Stoke on Trent.
Yes, I can confirm that the United chairman definitely is a pipe smoker. I would confirm what's inside the pipe, though.
Okay. I think it's just a good shag, isn't it? Is that what I used to have?
Yeah, definitely.
And I can't believe you missed that. You've missed the fact that when Benny Granger's lying on the physio's bench, he says he's got a nasty gash. I can't believe you missed that as well. Anyway, carry on.
The United chairman moving his pipe from his mouth. Now, Joe, no need to fly off the handle. Let's just wait and see how the Chelbridge game goes tomorrow. Whatever happens, you'll be in charge for the French tour. Well, my God, I'm not sure that's a vote of confidence. But anyway, we shall see. We now see young Jimmy Frazier. He's at the United hostel, but his brother has already left for the tour. The landlady says, though, that he can stay for a few days and use Duncan's room. At the airport, Brian Stokes is quizzing Josh. You're coming after all. Josh again. I love Josh. Cup of tea. He's so cool. Just says boss's orders. On the plane now, Fred Rimmy says he's reading a newspaper and he says, reads out and he says, the Chelbridge manager Frank Simmons has been shooting his mouth off. We are 100% certain of promotion. Well beat Sittingford by at least 3 goals. Duncan Frazier not impressed. Simmons is a loudmouth. Remy goes on. Simmons says, I feel sorry for United being pipped at the post, but another season in Division 2 will do them good. They'll be a great team again one day. Benny Granger remarking it's probably half time in their game and that they are probably already 3 up. He says to Brian Stokes sat next to him. Stokes tells Hedgehog, the banter goes on, he should get his hair cut as he will be in big trouble with the gendarmes, probably because they will probably arrest him. Suddenly, Josh T turns from his seat. Who said that? What do you mean get arrested? Brian, relax, Josh. I was only joking with Hedgehog. Brian and Benny, though, are noticing that they've never seen Josh so uptight, especially when Brian mentioned about being arrested. Possibly a story to come there. Now we see Joe Pearson, standing with Charlie Ironbar in the middle of the plane. Just like to say a big thank you for helping us out, Charlie. I hope your loan transfer becomes permanent. Charlie responding, I can't see it being a problem, boss. Derby haven't got much use for me. Young Pete Reeves developed into a fine keeper. He'll play for England one day. Then over the Tannoy. This is your pilot speaking. We will be landing in Paris shortly where the weather is sunny. I think the United players aboard will be interested in the result of the Chelbridge match, and that's just come over the radio. The result was Chelbridge 0, Sittingford 1. Come on, get in there! Screams and cheers on the plane. The United players are going crazy on this plane. Even Joe Pearson, he's having to be told by an air stewardess to behave. Oh, yes! United were up. The players are celebrating. And Joe Pearson is congratulating the players and he's saying to them all, welcome to the first division. Tug Wilson admitting that Joe has done a great job. He didn't see any way that United would go back in one season. And the last panel of this fantastic promotion edition of Champ Spike number 13, we see Joe Pearson and we see the bubble, the thought bubble. Yeah, I reckon I've done a good job as well. I just hope the board agreed. It'd break my heart to leave this club. United is my life. And at the bottom, under that panel, we see next week, United kick off their French tournament with a tough tie against host side St. Reals. What amazing drama there. I can't believe it. The result went their way. Before I sign off, though, I've got to just want to look at this job that Joe Pearson has done. He took charge of 18 matches at the end of the season. He had a win percentage of 72.22%. That includes the FA Cup run to the semi-final. In the league, he took charge of 14 matches, a win percentage of 78.5%, bringing through those players from the reserve and youth team, converting reserve player Brian Stokes from goalkeeper to fullback. I do not think you can argue with the job that Joe has done. I'm sure the United board are going to see sense. And with that, promotion episode number 13 is done. And back to you, Podfather, in the studio.
Tell you what, I'm overcome with emotion here. I can't believe it. Oh, well done, mate. That was just absolutely brilliant. I mean, the emotion you give your sections is amazing. So well done and thank you. I mean, you got so high at one point, you nearly knocked one of your World Cups off the shelf. Lovely. I
Because
do my jokes up nice and early, don't I?
yeah, I got a couple of comments to make on it. Not on your stuff, but on the actual strip itself. Of course, these days you'd have all the games of the last game day of the season being played at the same time, wouldn't you? Not one on a Friday night and one on a Saturday. And also, of course, we see the same chairman right throughout We Are United, don't we? In the Football Picture Story monthlies, but they've changed his name.
Well, it's funny. So go on, Ian. In the comic,
I was saying the comic in Champ, he's known as Elgin Rogers, but he's Sam Bradburn in the Football Picture Story library. But it is the same person.
I was going to. Do you know what? Because it's interesting you say that. I must admit, I missed his name in the Champ comic. I didn't because, like here, it's not mentioned his name in like in this edition, and I recognise his name Bradburn from the Football Picture Story monthlies. And I was just going to say because obviously we had the guys on. Oh, mute button. You know, I'm like useless with names if they're not written in front of. Yes.
Phil Graham, Martin Lindsay.
It's the fantastic guys. That story, obviously back in 1984, is heavily based on when Derby County, I believe, won the league. I think it was Derby. They found out on an aeroplane going off to their summer tour that they'd become league champions. So so again, remember, like we've said, often the guys writing these stories a little bit, but in 84 I don't think that the seasons, well, if you remember, like 1989, the first division as it was, Arsenal and Liverpool, the final game of the season was played on a Friday night after all the other games as well.
That was more for emergency purposes, of course, because that was meant to be
but still in those. That's right. Still in those seasons, though, not all the games were played on the final day of the season. Just adding to the drama. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Good feedback there as well. Fantastic. Yeah. Lovely. So, shall we move on to the next section?
Yes.
Go for it.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your feedback.
I don't know why you are. I don't know if we need to ask for our permission. Yes, you may. Yes, of course. Please move on. Please move on.
Okay, looking forward to this. It's time for Bygone Berrigan, Neil Bygone Berrigan, Grandad Brinston Gangster. I'm stealing Tangent's thunder there, aren't I? I'm sorry about that. Hey,
go away. You go.
There, Tangent, just to go back to episode 12.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Tangent?
So you've lost me there.
Time. Quite simply, what are you drinking?
Oh, what am I? Because I thought you said, what are you thinking?
I did.
It's cherry Coke as always.
Okay. Yeah. Other Cokes are available. Well, that's still Coke, isn't it? What am I talking about? And that's a little nod to the listeners from the first 30 episodes of a little joke that I used to do with Simo. Oh, hello, Simo. Hope you're well. Hope you had a good Christmas. And all of the others as well. Luscious Locks Ridders, hello. Hey! And stuff like that. Right. I went off on a tangent there, didn't I, Tangent?
You certainly did. I think you're trying to steal my nickname, but go on.
No, there's only one nickname for me, and that's the Podfather. or Gull. Oh, I'm coming again. There's only two nicknames for me: the Podfather, Gull, and yes, I know. Right, Neil Bygone Berrigan. Remember him? I mentioned him about 5 hours ago. It's time for his texting and something special. Over to you, Neil. Looking forward to this. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously regular listeners will be aware that I usually cover a special of some sorts. And I quite enjoyed doing the summer special. I covered the winter special a couple of podcasts ago. But today yesterday when I was sorting out my collection of my doubles and whatever, I come across a comic that I received for a Christmas present of my wife. I think it was in 2009, 2010. And I'm hoping this might spark a little bit of conversation with our listeners. And if anybody received the same special as a gift, please do get in touch and let's have a look at what their copies were like. But this is it's called A Roy the Rovers 1970s special issue, and it says all your favourite Roy the Rovers stars inside. But this one is a little bit special because it features new signing Neil Berrigan and
What?
a
What?
likeness of
Sorry, Neil. I can't resist this. Are you telling me that you are the star?
That's what I was going to say. It is like you are the star. And obviously it was a gift, and I do remember in the 70s vaguely playing for them, and I did look like that young once. If you're looking on YouTube, you can see a picture. But obviously I did have a uncanny resemblance to a young Bruce Willis. Uh, with my 1970s jacket on. But yeah, so I got it as a gift.
Yeah.
And at the
Like
time,
John Sim from Life on Mars.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? That
Yeah, it does
funky.
actually. Yeah,
It's
it does,
been said
yeah.
a couple of times.
I mean, you don't. I mean,
All
but
right,
the,
okay.
the picture does.
The picture,
Yeah.
definitely.
So it's introduced as a 70s special. It was actually produced by Egmont Magazines at the time, who owned the rights to Roy the Rovers. Obviously, they did a lot of the annuals at the time. And this is from 2009, so I must have got it, like I say, 2009, 2010. And it just says along the side, it tells you who the editor is, who the art editor is, and then it says Roy the Rovers comic script was Barry Tomlinson, so he must have wrote the stories for for like a "You Are the Star" kind of thing. Barry Mitchell does the drawings as well for the main story that I featured in as well. And then there's a little message inside, signed by Roy's Race, and it just
Oh
says,
wow.
"Hello, Neil. Welcome to a very special edition of Roy the Rovers. It's been a while since Melchester have been seen in action, but our latest signing was such big news that we had to share it with the Rovers fans everywhere. And of course, we couldn't help sharing some of our favourite stories from that great footballing era from the 70s. I just hope all the characters in this book are as much fun as you remember them. Flick to the centre pages to read all about your Rovers' new hotshot striker." That was me. And enjoy the rest of the very special one-off edition of Roy the Rovers. So I've not sent I didn't send the pictures to Matt. I just sent the main story. But as you flick through this special, what I'll do is I'll take a picture of each page, Matt, and send them to
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, thanks. Yeah.
But it just features it's not that big. It's only very small. I think let me just see, there's only 33 pages, 34 in total, including the back. But it just has a couple of the star team, and there's Osvaldo Aldiles, who when he's playing for Tottenham, he's the star team picture. And then it features several stories. So one of them is the safest hands in soccer. And it's just a one-off story that featured at the time when the artist, I think, had been replaced during the early 80s. And I think it was when, like Ian said, some of the stories got distorted around that time, and it was just one-off stories at the time. And then there's a couple more samples, and then there's just a snippet of the story from Millionaire Villa when they went on a tour. I'll do a full review of this. I'll just do the main story, but I'm going to come back to this and do a full review, I think. They went on a tour to an island called Santos, I think, a Caribbean island, and had to play in a soccer tournament.
Yeah. That was the very end of the story, in fact, the very end of the run.
Yeah, I like the artist as well. The artist changed. I like the artist. Then there's a bit of the hard man, and it's from a Christmas special, but it's not a Christmas story. It just features, I think, a new signing called Bob Baker, who joined the team, and he was a bit arrogant and played for himself, and then he started playing as a team member, and that's that
I
story.
remember that.
And there's a Mike's Minimen when he just gone to Australia for the tournament, which I think you reviewed, Ian, touched upon that. Then there's an old Action Man advert. where you can win a competition. Palitoy Action Man, it was at the time, and one of them is to spend £10 on the Blackpool Pleasure Beach. You can't even go to walk round the Pleasure Beach now for free. You just walk in and not even going any rounds for the £10. So it shows how dated that is. And then it's my main story, the story that I'm featuring here. And as you can
so we haven't got time to cover this. Sorry, Neil. That's a bit awkward, isn't it? Go.
I gotta say, I love that. Just the look on your face there, Bygone, and you completely stopped in your tracks.
Well,
and I love the fact that you.
It's only 20 to 11.
It's Monday in Australia.
Yeah, I was going to say, but where?
Thursday in Australia now. Right. So anyway, so the main story then is just a Roy the Rovers story, and I'll just start reading. So at the top it says, this is a little bit of shock, and I don't think any of this is going to be canon, but we'll see.
Really?
So it says,
Really?
Mel Park, home of mighty Melchester Rovers. In 2008, it was rebuilt and named the Egmont Stadium. Already in 1970, it was famous as a venue for world-class football, and footballers none more famous than Roy Race, Roy of the Rovers, Britain's most famous soccer star. So I wasn't aware that Mel Park got rebuilt and renamed as Egmont Stadium. Is that something that happened?
I don't remember it being renamed. They certainly did, because they sold Mel Park to the Egmont, not the Egmont, the Vintner brothers in the Match of the Day years, and they built a new stadium. But that would have been in the 2000s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
So the story goes then back to the 70s, and it's Roy Race, play manager. There's a knock on the door, and it's his good friend Blackie Gray, who's always there by his side. More problems, Roy. 2 more players have gone down with the flu bug. And Roy's like, and us with the vital cup match on Saturday. And he says, we're going to have a job to put a team together. So Roy says, Blackie, stop looking so worried. I've made a new signing and he's arriving right now. He's going to make all the difference. And it's me. It's Neil Berrigan.
So Bygone, if you don't mind me saying, it's quite a flash little blue Sportster car you've got there. I'm not sure.
No, that's just parked up. I've come on the bus. So it's me there. I'm coming in. I look very suave and sophisticated.
You do.
Bygone.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been mentioned, but does this story feature you?
Yeah, honestly, I've forgotten that I appeared in this comic. Yeah. So anyway, he says, Roy says, meet Neil Berrigan. He'll be playing alongside me and scoring lots of goals, I'm sure. So Blackie's like, let's get on the pitch and you can show us what you can do. So the next picture is a picture of me curling one in and left foot as well, because I am left-footed. And he says, what a goal. That's real Rovers stuff there. Beat Roy. Roy gone in goal for that one. And I've smashed it into the top corner there. So in the press conference, Roy's saying, I'm really excited about signing Neil Berrigan. He's going to be a real winner. And it's true. And even the Melchester Echo has said Neil Berrigan's in the Rovers lineup, so I went straight in just after curling that beautiful shot in. They put me straight in the team. So I'm in the middle of the pitch, and they're all asking me, "Are you set for your debut, Neil?" And I did say I was a little bit nervous, but they said once the whistle goes, you'll be fine.
I'm just trying to see if you were eating a biscuit before kickoff, but I can't see it.
I already had it, and it was a chocolate orange one instead of a normal segment of orange. I had a chocolate orange. Terry's or any other popular chocolate orange flavour. Anyway, Mervyn, I played with Merv Wallace. He put the ball down for Roy. Roy went through and he shot and he hit the bar, and the ball come back and it went for me, and this could be it, first chance. But no, I put it wide.
Snatched it.
Yeah, snatched it. It just got to me a little bit too much. It was, Penny watching me in the stand and stuff like
that. Wait, she wasn't in Crete?
No, she'd come back.
Just to see your debut.
Blackie was getting a bit jealous, though, I can tell you. So anyway, Roy just came over and had a chat with me, and he just said, everyone's allowed one miss, and that was yours, Neil. And then I'm just joking, forget all about it and you'll be fine. So he was a bit nice with me there. And then the ball came over and Roy nods the first goal in. And he said everyone should relax now. And I started to get more into the game as well. I picked up the ball in midfield and I started to run with it, and everyone's like got a little bit of encouragement off everybody. I played a nice ball to Blackie and he belted one in as well. So that was 2-0. We was 2-0 up, and I started to relax again a little bit more now, knowing that the pressure wasn't just on me to score. And And it says there, as the commentator says, Manchester Rovers go 2-0 up in this third round tie, and everyone's congratulating Blackie. And he says, Roy's saying, nice one, Blackie. But Blackie just said that it was the pass from Neil that made it. And I think that's good of Blackie, whereas Roy just concentrates on goals and that Blackie likes letting
It's all
everybody
real. It's all real.
isn't it? You know, I'm still in touch with Blackie. I was there for him when he had his bad years as well.
Christmas.
Unlike Roy, he went to Italy. Anyway, so he just picked up here. It says one each,
Yeah.
and I started to think then, and I was thinking one each from Blackie and Roy. It would be a dream come true if I could get on the score sheet. And anyway, the ball came to me again, and hit another rocket, my left foot again, and the goalkeeper saves it. And at half time, Roy's giving us like some pep talk, and he says, "We've got a tight grip of the game, lads. I don't want too much defending in the second half. We'll still go for goal." And I'm sat there, and I think we've got Blackie. I can see Blackie there. Can we make out any other?
Duncan Mackay.
Yeah, Duncan Mackay's there.
Not Mackay.
Mackay, whatever. Charlie Carter's
Charlie
there as well.
Carter. Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy Slade.
Jimmy Slade. Yeah, young Jimmy Slade.
Young Jimmy Slade. Yeah. He was older than me at that point. And I was
Noel Baxter, Kenny Logan.
getting don't. Anyway, I was still on the books, but I never went to Badger. No.
I was going to say, did they take you on the tour? Did you turn that down?
Anyway, they didn't take me on the tour. I stayed at home with Martin Kemp. Anyway,
True.
I bet you were a suck up to Emlyn Hughes and Bob Wilson, weren't you?
not as much as
No,
Rock.
sorry. Can we just go back and focus on mute button, Matt? Go on, say it again.
Oh no, I'm not going to say it again. No, I don't repeat my jokes. Keep going.
Anyway, so Roy just said just before I went out, and it was still ringing in my ears as I picked my first ball up on the pitch. He just said, "Neil, you're playing really well. Be patient, and that first Manchester goal will happen." So then the boy came to Roy, and he just showed what he could do. He was running through, showing all the football skills. He was nutmegging people, running past them, going back, doing it again. Plays a ball across the Blackie Grey, and a spectacular bicycle kick from the vice captain, and a Powelling. Oh, yeah. So the vice captain knocks it over the top, and I managed to nod it in, but I was miles offside. I was too eager, made a quick run, and I was offside. No VAR in them days. I thought it was in. The players thought it was in, but Roy probably just chipped up to linesman and just said, just to let you know, Neil's offside there.
You know what?
It disallowed the goal.
That was sorry to interrupt. That was brilliantly done. You hesitated and stumbled in your own talking, and that's because you went offside. You actually did it order-wise as well.
But yeah, went offside twice. And so anyway, but Roy just came over and just said, "Relax, Neil, and it'll happen." Now they always tell me to relax. It made me so excited. So anyway, Roy then plays a great ball through for Blackie, and he gets chopped down in the box. Penalty. It's a penalty. Blackie looked quite hurt. And Roy just said to me, "Only one person deserves to take this spot kick, and that's you, Neil." So he's putting me on. He's made me relax all
Neil,
game.
at that time, what was going through your head at that time? Because I mean, it must be quite because you're a big fan, aren't you? Big fan
I'm
of the
a big
team,
fan, and I know
this is
what
your big
Roy's like.
moment. Can you
I
remember?
know what Roy's like. He don't care about anything. He thinks I'm going to make sure that I score another goal. I've got to get me top up for me 50 this year. But I think he had a bit of an injury and just said, Neil, you take it. And he'd been telling me to relax. Just relax, Neil, all through the game. And now I thought, right, this is it. This is my chance. But when I was stepping up, I realised that the goal seemed small, but the goalkeeper seemed massive. Like one of them bad dreams you get when you got a virus or a temperature. And the goal was small, and the ball, I thought, it's going to be like a cannon, this ball, and I've got to score. But anyway, I just went up, walloped the ball, and it went straight into the roof of the net, and scored. And managed to get my goal for the club, and I just went on one of them crazy runs that Ray Wilkins did in the 1983 FA Cup final, and just cheered, running around the stadium 3 times. And it was nice. All the players were like, "Neil, you've done it. You were on the score sheet at last," but for some reason they all kept away from me. None of them hugged me or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just stay where you are. Was it COVID times?
Probably was clutching my chest after celebrating and running around the pitch. But then the Blackie comes up to me and just says, "The boss has organised a special team picture for tomorrow, and we want to see you there." I remember going down next day. My head was a bit heavy because I'd been celebrating with all the Melchester fans and Blackie and Penny, and I started the next day. I went
down.
Doing
with Penny?
And I had my team picture taken with all the team, and it says Melchester Rovers starring Roy Race and Neil Berrigan. and the 9 other players who took part. And there's a picture of me there, and I'm the second one in, second from on the top row, second from the left.
It's amazing because I mean it must have been a really emotional day for you, but your face doesn't change for all the pictures of you for the whole picture, does it? You kind of stay calm, don't you? You don't show any emotion whatsoever. No happiness.
And I think it was just because Roy was telling me to relax.
Oh, I see. Right.
Relax,
Okay.
He just said that. But I
It's
think
brilliant.
it's fantastic. Like you say, I think it is a bit like You Are the Star, but my name's been put in. But I've not seen
That's
it
great.
since I first got it as a gift, and I've forgotten how enjoyable it is. And then following that, then there's just like snippets of stories, and it's the last story of Simon's secret. It's the end of that, how he just became a normal boy. And then the boy who hated football. There's the Mighty Mouse when he just signed for Tottenford after winning the FA Cup game with
Oh, crikey. Yeah, what were their names?
Hotcakes.
Yeah, that's it. The
Yeah.
Hotcakes.
Alfreton Town.
Yeah.
Alfreton Town.
Half-time, yeah.
Half-time, that's it. And then there's a couple of adverts, and then another goalkeeper one-off story about playing a team in kilts. And that's it really. And it was just a really good little special. There's an advert for Subbuteo that was featured, and then an advert for Roy the Rovers Annual 1979, and then it's a My Team performance. Obviously I've not completed it, and which I used to like doing the My Team performance charts as well.
Yes.
Even though I've probably picked them up second hand the comics. I went back and used to fill them in for the matches of that time. So sometimes when I go back to my comics, I always see some of the games that Man United must have played at the time and have filled it in. So they're nice to go back. But it's a lovely, like I say, it's a different kind of special. It's a You Are the Star kind of special. And I'd just be interesting because obviously it's not something that you would see on for sale again on eBay. It wouldn't go into a second-hand shop because it is only for me, because I'm the only person who paid it. But it'd be interesting if any of the listeners has got a similar book. Did they have a similar book purchase for them? Because it's not something you see now, is it? I've not seen it.
I've never even heard of it.
I know. I do
Anybody else?
remember it. I do remember it being advertised, I must admit. But I didn't.
But you thought because it's Neil Berrigan.
I kind of thought, do you know what? I bet that Bygone will probably get one done himself.
And if anybody wants to send me theirs, and I'll sign them for them if they both support Neil Berrigan issues.
But you know what? I'm gonna put my two pence in about what you said about that. There's no value to anyone else. I actually think the opposite. Yes, I know it's you, Neil, but like, was it Mute that said the same? I didn't. I've never heard of that before. So as a collector, if I was a completist and I knew that there was something else out there, or even if I wasn't a completist, it is collectible if it was put on a market, I think.
Yeah, I've tried Googling it a few times and to see if I can find it today, and I can't find anything similar. So it must have just been of its time. I don't know, see how popular it was, but I think it was at the time when there was a lot of Roy the Rovers merchandise going out. Like the pinball
games, the mug.
It was kind of in between that in that period.
Postcards.
Postcards, I've got the postcards.
The postcards, don't they? Yeah.
It was. I'll be honest with you, I think it was a little bit before all that, but yeah.
What's interesting is, like Kevin's chance, Kevin Clark and Johnny Dexter going to Melchester, and it's always wonderful to see these people go from their own story into the main story. Neil Bygone. Oh, never mind. He was dropped.
Yeah, I only featured in one story. I relaxed too much and never got out of bed after just listening to Roy's advice all the time.
I'm happy to concede then, Bygone, that was you, because you then got a forfeit that in fact it was me scoring the winner for Brentonville Albion in the FA Cup all those years back.
Okay then. Yeah,
just a joy.
It's not like we ever see a whole Melchester Rovers season, is it? So that is 100% official for me, because that can go in a gap somewhere in a season.
Yeah. In all fairness, and there were a lot of one-off players. Errol Bridger in the FA Cup final, and other players that came in. Andy Locke never actually made it and was never heard of again, apart from in a written story in an annual somewhere. So Bygone is consigned to one of those Melchester Rovers also rans.
Yeah.
Quite a joy. Quite a joy to have something Roy the Rovers comic reviewed that isn't in Tangent's collection.
No, and that one would never be either.
Oh,
No, we can't, because if I got it, it would be me. So I could never have the Bygone one unless he was to sell it to me.
I'll sign it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. But yeah, no, it's a really, really, like I say, it's only 32 pages, but I really enjoyed it. And the back page contains an enlarged picture of myself again with the team. So yeah, it's really good. Yeah,
Wonderful,
really
wonderful.
enjoyed it. And as I say, if anybody's got one, please on the comments when you're leaving feedback, just send a picture of yourself on the front page like mine's got, and let's just have a look at unless everybody just look like me.
Actually, Bygone, I've got to see if they do it, and I put mine on and see if it comes back. Phil, I look just like you in my version.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
just in colour suit
as well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Do you know what? For those watching on YouTube, I have never seen Bygone Berrigan's face look so happy. He hasn't looked that happy since he had some chocolate biscuits earlier on in the podcast. I can tell you now.
Since Roy Race was shot.
Yeah, exactly. I must admit, I still think it was Bygone and not Elton Blake.
It's because he won't picking me.
Gangster
You can relax now, Roy.
Do you know why? It all becomes clear now.
What's he getting his Rothman football yearbook out for? But Berrigan's not going to be in there.
Well, I'm just checking the Melchester results, actually, but we shall see. More on that to follow.
What are you talking about? Melchester results in a Rothman?
Just go with it, Podfather.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening now, and I haven't for the last hour and a half, to be quite honest. Anything else to add to that, gentlemen?
No. Let's move on.
All right. Right then, it's the last section. I know, I can't believe it. It's time for Collector's Corner. That's it. No theme tune. Do you want a theme tune? Do you want a theme tune?
You're in charge. You're the host.
Oh, okay. Theme tune for Collector's Corner. I'll come back to you on that. It's time for Collector's Corner with a theme tune to come. Who wants to go first? Mute.
Okay, right. So I've got some stuff which I got for Christmas because obviously it's just Christmas. I got this, which is I'll show on the screen. It's the Treasury of British Comics, which is
very nice.
Which is what
Lovely.
Rebellion publish every year. I didn't buy it myself, but it was a present. It's got no football stories in it, but it's got contributors we know. I think it's got Solano Lopez in the artwork.
Oh wow!
Vanyo's artwork, and the story was written by James Tomlinson, so Barry's son, Wildcat. So that's that there. This is what we got on our. This is the Action Aid of 1977. This is when we were up in Morecambe, and I actually had it wrapped and I opened it on Christmas morning. And I know kind of Neil does similar, so that's why I got the idea. And there is a football story in there, which is really interesting actually because it's Run Rampton Run. I'm just showing it on the screen.
Wow!
And it's Rampton City, which is the team that was in Play Till You Drop. So in the action comic, there was Look Out for Lefty, which is the famous one, and then there's Play Till You Drop was in the first action, for the first few months. And there's a one-off story, which doesn't carry on the Play Till You Drop story, but it's got the same football team and the same characters.
Oh, that's interesting. I've got that. I'll have to look into that.
So dig it out.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah,
fantastic. It's quite a dark story. Someone dies in it, as you'd expect from action.
Action was quite, as we've remarked before, very interesting content.
And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen because this is something which is sent in by the Melvster himself.
Wow.
Trevor Melvin. And this, I'll talk you through this. This is, so on the screen, if you're not on YouTube, is the Champion Annual for Boys 1956. And this is what Trevor recently purchased. And I'll talk through the story because this has got some fantastic bit of trivia in it. Because look at this. This is 1956, the Champion Annual, and it's got a Roy of the Rovers story in it. The goalie who weighed too much.
Nice.
Wow.
Bearing in mind that the first Tiger Annual was in 1957, the first Roy of the Rovers Annual was 1958. This is the first time Roy of the Rovers was actually in a comic annual, and it
When
was
did Tiger come out?
and it's in the Champion. Well, Tiger comic started in 54,
Right.
but he didn't bring an annual out until 57, and obviously they didn't do a Roy of the Rovers Annual
That's
until
fantastic
58.
stuff.
So this is the very first time, and this is the story. It's called the goalie who weighed too much, and it's Hefty Morton.
Oh,
wow.
And it's
Tubby.
actually, and the story was actually
Well,
later became Tubby's weighty problem in the 1964 Roy of the Rovers Annual. Tiger, and I'm just showing it on the screen now. So you've got Tubby's weighty problem. So it was Hefty in 1956 or 55, really, when they would have come up with it in the Champion Annual. Exactly the same story, but they've changed his name from Hefty to Tubby in the 1964
That's
Roy of the Rovers Annual. Superb, and this is what the Melv stuff. So brilliant stuff, Trevor. This is what you spotted. So yeah, so this is I've kind of called it out there. Yeah, so it is the first time Roy of the Rovers actually ever appears in a comic annual. And it's really interesting. Yeah, so the Champion actually ceased as a weekly publication in 1955. It was revived in '66, but really short time span and moved
Sorry,
into
Nick,
Lion.
can I just, because some of the early editions of Tiger, though, does say incorporating Champion, right?
Yeah, because it merged into Tiger in '55.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm just carrying on with the stories. Yeah, so it's Hefty turning to Tubby, and yeah, in the 1958 annual, there's a Hefty Morton story, Too Fat to Play and Goal. It was just a text story, but yeah, he was called Hefty. It wasn't actually called Tubby. And then of course, it made me then dig a bit deeper into, and also Trevor as well. And we messaged each other back, and I'll just flick to this because there was a story in the Champion story paper called Tubby Timms. So that clearly where they got the idea of a Hefty and Tubby, etc. But this is interesting as well, and this is what Trevor pulled out, was that if you look back at this cover, do you see the stamp on it?
Yeah.
Do you see that, guys? Amalgamated Press Limited. It's stamped all over it. So as Trevor says, he reckons that this is actually an in-house copy that was never actually sold, and it wasn't clipped. So
Wow.
so that's pretty cool as well. And then finally, this is what it made me think about. This is an article which I remember reading. It's almost 2 years ago now, actually. Richard Sheaf, who does the brilliant Boys Adventure Comics blog. This was in the collection. So on the screen, it's showing there was an auction in January 2024, and it was a collection from Derek Burnage, who was the editor of Tiger, who came up with the idea of Roy of the Rovers, or one of the people that did. And this is showing a dummy version of Tiger, which was actually called Champion. Do you remember seeing this article, guys? So
No, I don't know. This is the first time I've seen this. This is absolutely amazing.
So this shows another link between what was happening, between the Champion and Tiger and Roy of the Rovers back in that time, 1954, 1955, that they're actually thinking of potentially, it looks like they're potentially changing the Champion to just Champion. But in the end, they decided to go with Tiger. But on this one, they've got Roy of the Rovers story exactly as it was in the very first Tiger, 11th September 1954, but it's in different colours as well. It's got the pink and it's got the blue.
I like that.
I do actually. And interestingly, actually, the back cover is in colour. Now, in the original, or not the original, but the actual first Tiger, it's black and white. The back of it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a kind of got the mind racing. But anyway, it's stemmed from Trevor's brilliant finding the very first time Roy of the Rovers was in a comic annual, and it shows the link between those different publications back in those, back in the 50s, the beginning of Roy of the Rovers.
Wow.
Fantastic.
I am
So-
actually speechless for once.
Yeah, so am I.
Something else
So-
for you to have a look and buy there. Tangential.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I
that-
mean, you're
that-
going to get the champion.
Yeah, well, that is, they've got to be really high. I mean, that stuff. Sorry for the listeners, but if you do get a chance, honestly, to look on YouTube just for this part, it is amazing what Mute Button is shown on the big screen in the studio. But they will be really hard to come across those.
Well, so on just to finish that off, and again, thanks to Richard, because it was Richard's article on his blog. That say this was going to auction in January 2024. I do remember reading at the time. This is how much it went for. I'm going to show it on the screen. It went for £3,600. It was a lot. With also it had some of his personal possessions. So it had Derek Burnage's typewriter and different letters, etc., etc. So I mean that's 3,600. That's before auction fees. That's going to be over £4,000.
Can I just say, I mean, it might sound a bit crazy to listeners, and I know all our circumstances are different. Seems like an awful lot, but I think that's a bargain.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was thinking the same. If I was so heavily into collecting them all, well, I've got most of them, but I mean, I'm not a bigger fan as some of the others here. I would pay that.
I mean, for me, just seeing the original artwork and champion on the top of the Royal Rovers story that we recognise as the first ever episode that was in Tiger, seeing that was even discussed or produced is just wow. Oh,
breathtaking.
Do you know something? Mute Button and Trevor, that was my Christmas present. Thank you so much. That was unbelievable.
You know what? I know I'm emotional about it too. And in honour of that, forget the Collector's Corner theme tune. Here we go. I'm going to do something else. Ready? Here we go. So there it was, Trevor's annual. Everybody's having fun. Thanks for sorting it out, Trevor. We now see where Roy of the Rovers begun. I'll get my coach, shall I?
Well done.
That's good. Well done.
That was very
good.
good.
That was good.
Very good.
Anyway, back to you. But thanks again to Trevor.
Wow.
Thanks for that. Yeah, superb.
Do you know what? I think that's one of the best moments of the last 121 episodes. I'm not going to say. No, seriously.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's really cool. No, it's really cool.
I'm sorry, Podfather, just to say, to actually, I mean, sorry, Bygone. I mean, obviously, you appearing in a story like that is quite amazing. But I was aware of that publication where you could send in. But to actually see artwork for a comic that wasn't ever produced like that, and obviously, but it to be the really original Roy of the Rovers story that could have been Champion and not Tiger, was the first I've ever seen or heard of it. I mean, I'm absolutely flabbergasted. That is unbelievable find.
Fantastic.
Amazing. Wow. Thank you for that, Trevor, and Matt and Richard as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely, Richard. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's about it, really, isn't it?
I've got a collector's corner.
Well,
He's done it again. I was setting myself up for a again. Never mind. Go on, carry on.
I got something for Collector's Corner, Crossing the Line, a book I got given for Christmas. It's all about cheating scandals and all that kind of thing. I think it was published. It looks like it's being published by Amazon, because I published a book on Amazon myself, so I can see the similarities. It looks pretty good. There's a section all about football, or football / soccer, as the chapter says, for the record here. But certain cheating scandals, like the 1980 Tottenero scandal, fiasco that involved Avellino, Bologna, Lazio, Milan, Perugia, Palermo, and Taranto, the first 5 clubs part of Serie A, and a load of players were banned, one of whom was Paolo Rossi.
Yeah, I remember that well.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of this, but apparently
back for the World Cup,
they cut his ban so he could appear in the 1982 World Cup. And look what happened there.
Yeah.
So not only was it a scandal, they actually made a different scandal out of the scandal so that Italy could win the World Cup.
I think if I remember at the time, I think Donald Trump pardoned him. So
No. You gave him a peace prize, I think it was.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right. He did.
Infantino pardoned him, and Trump gave him a peace prize.
It was actually Infantino's infant son. Infantino.
Infantino, yeah.
Matt,
I've got it goes into a few German things as well. Not the Germany versus Austria 1982 World Cup game, which I think is one of the biggest scandals going. But they do mention the Hand of God gets its own section. It's a nice little book. There's loads of sports in it, and that's my collector's corner because basically it's what I've got here in Australia, what I've been given for Christmas by the family. So there you go.
You know what? I hadn't forgotten you. I just because it's Monday for you, I forgot you were here.
No, fair enough. Well, I'm actually not, but I will be.
You're going to be here tomorrow, right?
I will be. Yeah, once when the pod is published, when this is published, it's Monday. I'm here. I'll be here by then.
Okay.
So it's all okay. So I can record because it is now, even though it's yesterday.
All right. Well, I'll ask you tomorrow then. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll speak to you soon.
All right. Bye. Bygone, very good.
Well,
So mine's just a quick one. It was what I got left under the tree today on Christmas Day, sorry, and it was a Tiger Royal Rovers football annual. And guess what year?
Oh yeah, of course it is. It's the 1964 one, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh wow.
So, I was just going to talk about a story that was in there, and it's called Tubby's Weighty Problem.
No.
How weird is that?
Isn't that similar to something called like Hefty or something? I seem to recollect in the recesses of my mind.
I did some investigating and I've discovered this Champion comic. And as I shook the book, it came out. But I threw it in the bin because I don't collect Champion.
That. Don't tell the missus, mate, because that's $3,000 you've just thrown away.
Don't matter. I should only have bought bags. But yeah, so that was my collector's card. It's a lovely edition of the Royal Rovers football annual from 1964. It's a little bit battered on the spine, but it's got some great stuff. And it's not clipped as well. It's still so 8.6 it was, whatever that meant. 8 shillings, £6, whatever it meant. 8
shillings and
shekels.
Yeah, shekels.
42 and a half pence, I think that is in today's money. Yeah.
All right, Carol Haldeman.
But yeah, it's a lovely copy, and I don't think there's any pages missing. So I'm gonna have a good read of this over the New Year period. But yeah, it goes into my collection.
That's a great coincidence that Trevor only sent me the details about that Champion yesterday.
Totally unplanned,
and you I know there you go.
Yeah,
serendipity.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That great film that as well.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my collector's card, and I think it's just that's what I love about the podcast. Like you just said, there's little things that pop up, like you just shown that Champion, and then the fact that I've got the book that you will, and I didn't even know that was a story in there.
No.
I just realised, where's your backing gone?
Well, look, I had to remove it to show the book, otherwise it just goes in and out. I'll put it back on.
Does it? Yeah.
I got you. Lovely. That's just amazing. What an amazing end to the podcast that is. I've really enjoyed tonight's episode. Thank you, everybody. It only remains for me to say, what about you, Go? What have you got in Collector's Corner? Thanks for asking, everybody. Oh, I'm the host. I say, Go. What have you got? Well, actually, not much, really. Just listening to all of that, annual stuff. I really want to get back in and complete my annual Roy the Rovers collection. I've got a few missing, so I'm going to do that. Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you go. It was just a klaxon moment, but yeah, carry on.
Okay. But I have received a couple of other things from Bygone better than himself. Haven't I, Bygone?
You have?
Yeah, and it's nothing new for me. He was advertising a couple of doubles from his collection for Hot Shot, Gary Lineker's Hot Shot, wasn't it? And I actually went for them because I want to do a deeper dive into Magic Man and Playmaker. So he actually is. I've received them, and they're in wonderful condition. So I think the ones that I've got are now going to become my reading copies.
Excellent.
Very good.
That's it. That's the end of Collector's Corner. Flipping heck. Wonderful. He's still smiling. Look at him.
I'm happy. I'm not in work tomorrow.
And where did the klaxon come from? Was it like telling us we've gone over our time?
I thought.
Sorry, that was on mine just saying that a match is about to start. But there we go.
There will not be
Apologies
a
there.
day 3 of the test match. That was what that was.
I think it actually came as Philadelphia Eagles because of my American football team. I think they're about to kick off.
That bloke on the beach behind you, he hasn't moved all podcast.
Too much.
I think it's time for the goodbyes. What do you say? I reckon so. I'm learning not to ask the question. And
I've got a couple of long goodbyes, but if you don't, can you indulge me just for 5 minutes?
Yes.
Just very quickly, when we're talking about the United story, it was Derby County were on the plane for the 71-72 season when they won their first league championship. Yeah. And the reason I pulled my Rothmans off the shelf, if I look at Fulham and Crystal Palace's fixtures, they did in fact play on different days in the second division of that season. Their final fixtures were on different dates. So just confirmation that the comic was true to life at that time. Sorry.
No.
That's expert darts there from Tangent. Fantastic to come back to that. Wonderful. Yeah, that makes sense now. Thank you very much for that. I reckon it is now actually time for the goodbyes. What do you say? Yeah, all right then, shut up, Gull. First of all, who wants to start? That's an opposing question. I'll choose Golden Ian.
Well, thanks very much for having me on. Good morning to everyone as it is here. I think it's going to be a high of 32 in Melbourne, so that's Celsius. So I'm going to go out and enjoy the sun, even though I can't go to the cricket because it's already over.
Lovely. Have a lovely day, Ian.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And don't forget to be here same time tomorrow to do your section.
I certainly will. Yeah, I was up yesterday.
Which just confused me as well because that'll be Tuesday then. Right, okay, move on. Next up, he's so happy. It's Bygone Berrigan.
Oh yeah, I've really enjoyed tonight's show. I've learned quite a little bit, especially about that champion comic, and it was amazing listening to that. But nice to see United get promoted, and I enjoyed featuring myself in my own Roy the Rovers story. It brought back some great memories of myself and Blackie and Roy. Yeah. So again,
I don't know if I've mentioned it before. It was a joy to have you do that. But I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but we're coming back to team members being featured in stories when I'm featured in Champ Issue 32. I don't know if I've mentioned it before.
No, it's the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Tangent.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. Tangent.
Just great to have you back, and well done on Collector's Corner because you didn't let me talk about my half year of 66 Tigers and Hurricanes, 67 Tigers and Hurricanes, a whole load of Hurricanes from 64, a whole load of actions pre and post ban, several victors, and the first 212 Tiger comics. That was my Collector's Corner. It's been a fantastic pod. Can't believe Chelbridge blew it against Sittingford and United are back in the top division, and to see that cover of Champion and Roy the Rovers, I'm going to have to go and lie down for quite some time. Been brilliant. Thank you.
I apologise. Do you know what? Throughout this whole podcast, I've forgotten one of you randomly at various points in the podcast. I'm sorry, Tangent. If you want to touch on that more next time.
I think it was brilliant hosting because we didn't have enough time for my Collector's Corner, so well done.
Thank Christ for that. I'm glad you admitted it. Mute!
Yeah, no, it's been a great, I really enjoyed it. Excellent show. Great to be back doing a normal show. Looking forward to the next one already.
Yeah, definitely. And
from myself, the Podfather, Gull, and Dot, and Charlie, it's a goodbye from us all, and we will see you in episode 100. And hang on a second, I haven't forgotten anything. I haven't forgotten anyone in episode 122. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Hiya!
Will
Bye.
it be Tony saying Charlie says?
Oh, yeah, good shout. Yeah, Tony. Tony is the boy in Charlie Says. Thank you very much for reminding me of that. Wonderful.
Those who have just dipped into the podcast late, you'll have to wind back to see what that conversation was.